All right, everyone, here we go with March 1st through the 7th, the week of. We're getting there. Toward the end of the week, we start to hit around the 7th, 8th, the end of this week, the beginning part of next week, we start to hit a moment of clarity, right? Right around the Jupiter going direct and all of that. There's like a Kazami, Shazam kind of thing. I call it a Shazam in astrology. I know that's not what it is, but I like it. It's nice. It'll break up the retrograde a little bit, be able to see clearly. Believe what you see in that little time frame. It'll stretch from about, I would say we get a lot of clarity between the 7th and 12th. So we're looking at next week. A Shazam is coming. I love it. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here, you failed Steve Lovecherry, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timelines. For some of you, this will happen over the next couple of weeks sometime. I don't know. But these are the energies of this week right now. It's a very important week. Mars moving into Pisces. You got the lunar eclipse happening. It's a big deal. I'm going to pull on Mars tomorrow. Okay? So don't worry about that. I already pulled on the eclipse, of course. So let's see where we go. Mars's energy is really going to help here. All right. What actions are they likely to take? Well, speaking some truth, it looks like a lot of communication from the theme energy, and I've got a Queen of Cups here, is the overall energy. We're going to split the cycle into 12 pieces, same as the Friday reading, one card for each sign. I'm not your astrologer. This ain't your fucking horoscope, which is why I can call it a Shazam, and they can call it a Kazami all they fucking want. I don't fucking care. At the end of the day, I'm just reading energy here. That's all I'm doing. But whatever you call it, it's the same effect. There's a lot of clarity coming about the truths that come to light this week, come to think of it. All right? So keep that in mind. All right, here we go. Queen of Cups and an Ace of Pentacles. A lot of confessions. I feel like somebody confesses their feelings. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate with you. Never mind the signs. Again, I'm not your astrologer. This text at the top of the description explains why there's no timestamps. Our story starts with Aries, position 1, ends with Pisces, position 12. Let's go. Death card. Nice. Let's get rolling. It's a big reading. Ain't got time for jibber jabber. Right? Massive transformation. Somebody wants to change their life. What actions are they going to take this week? Somebody is taking drastic action this week. Somebody attached to you. Drastic action is happening. Okay. Let's see. Okay. The Sun. Somebody wants to make themselves happy. I feel like something made them feel foolish and they want to make themselves happy. So they're taking a drastic action. I don't know what that is. Maybe they felt foolish about how they feel. I don't know. What's on top? Queen of Pentacles. Why is that here? 3 of Pentacles. Somebody does something crazy. This is your energy here. Somebody does something crazy. That affects your life. That affects... I'm going to phrase it this way. I think somebody re-enters your life. And they come in a way that you find a little nutso. Okay? Can we put it that way? A little bit. A little bit. A little bit. But they definitely want something with you. But they're going. Again, we have these energies right now. I talked about it in several write-ups at this point, where the DM side, the ego, when the ego gets bruised, it always wants to defend itself. They crack walnuts with dynamite. Somebody's going way overboard to bring you into their life. And it might, it might give you might need to step back to your fortress of solitude a little bit and maybe think about it. We'll see. All right, we'll see. Got to get the first one right, or they're all fucked up. All right, Taurus, position 2. The 5 of Wands. An argument? That's all it is. It's just an argument. I don't even know what it's about. Why would I say that? Why would Steve say that? I don't say anything that's not part of these readings, so why did I say it's an argument? I don't even know what it's about. I'm playing the role of you. You don't even know what this argument's about. Somebody, you're having an argument with somebody, and halfway through it, you go, what the fuck is this about? Could be anything. It doesn't have to be this runner or your ex or somebody like that. It's just if you're out in public, right? You're at the gas station filling your car with whatever, filling your tires with air. Somebody starts arguing with you about something. There's a moment where you ask yourself, what the hell is this even about? What is going on here, right? I mean, obviously, it's Steve's Love Tarot. It's probably a soul connection, but why is the Five of Wands here? What is this? What is this shit? Yeah, the Knight of Wands comes at you fast. Something comes at you fast. Someone comes at you fast. Comes out of nowhere. Okay. Stay out of dark alleys this week, I will tell you that. What's on top? The top. What did I just say? What did I just say? Rewind. Comes at you fast, right? Comes at you fast. All of a sudden, all you were doing, you went outside to have a cigarette. Next thing you know, your jacket's gone, a drum is on fire, a horse is loose in the yard, all kinds of shit. The sky turned orange, the ground turned red. What is going on here? This squirrel's, where are my nuts? You know, I mean, something's coming at you fast. Somebody's coming at you. I'm not playing with you. Stay the fuck out of alleys. Why is that here? It's confusion. Yeah, again, what do I do? What do I do, Steve? I don't know. I don't know what you should do. I'll pull a bridging energy. The Seven of Pentacles. Do nothing. Do nothing. I don't know what else to tell you. It's an argument about nothing. It's an argument that's been long overdue, that you're like, why is this happening now? I mean, I don't know. There's some sort of, I'm going to put some hocus pocus on it. There's some sort of energy, we'll call it karma. There's some sort of energy coming back on you, some sort of karma coming back on you that's been long overdue. It's just blowing itself out. It's just burning itself out. That's all. I think this is a random person. I don't even think this is a soul connection here. This feels like no matter where you go, people are picking fights with you. They got a beef with you about something. You can't even go to the store and buy a bag of chips without the cashier getting snippy with you. Oh, you getting these? These make you shit, you know. You know, fuck off. I like them. You know, don't tell me that. Do you have the code to the bathroom? You know, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what else to tell you. Stay out of alleys. It's just some sort of energy that's been around you blowing itself out. Okay? That's all. Let it go. Don't try to figure it out. It'll frustrate you. And whatever it's about, just let it happen to you. It's just an argument. There's no devil here. It's all bullshit. It's the Five of Swords. Or Five of Wands, I mean. It's bullshit. Right? There's no devil here at all. Okay. Still, you should stay out of alleys anyway. It's not good. All right, Gemini, position 3. Ace of Wands. I'm drawn to the butterfly of transformation here more than I am the Ace of Wands. Somebody's got it in their head that they're going to change their life. They're going to do something. I suspect they show up on your doorstep. Let's give you an example. It's an extreme example. Just catch my drift. They want to change their life, and they show up at your house. And you're thinking, why me? You know, I mean, what did I do? Right? Maybe. I don't know. Tell me about the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands that's mostly just a butterfly. Look, I'm not making this stuff up. I'm sorry. It's the Eight of Wands. It's forward movement in the environment. Yep. Somebody gets an idea to change something between you and them or change their life in an extreme example, and they just do it. There is no stopping for a moment to think about it. There's just doing it. Done. Finished. Let's go. What's on top? Get her done. Seven Wands. Somebody suddenly gets the urge to rise up and fight. They want to, okay, a cause maybe? I don't know. Why is that here? Judgment. Somebody finally gets the urge to rise up and fight. It's a resurrection energy. Why is that here? It's brought to you by God's source, the universe itself. Okay? These don't make any sense reversed. Like that. This is exactly how it should have fallen. And at the end of the day here, that's what's happening. I don't know. Go with it, I guess. It's my only issue with it is it's attached to an Eight of Wands or an Ace of Wands, which will have the Eight of Wands right here. It's attached to an Eight of Wands, forward movement, and an Ace of Wands. This is a bit like, if you're looking at this as forward movement in an automobile, it's a bit like you decide while you're driving down the road that you don't care about red lights. You're just going to keep going. They're all green to me, Steve, right? Eventually you're going to get hit, right? Eventually you're going to hit it at the wrong moment when somebody else is crossing with their green light and you decide that your red light is green. Somebody here is acting a little impulsively, right? Which is why you might say, well, why the hell are you bringing this to me? So I don't know. But I would expect some impulsive action from somebody who just shows up. Just show up. I hate it when people do that. Call first, motherfuckers. Okay, I'll tell you what. It is what it is. I say that because some of my friends are watching. Call first. All right, here we go. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle, position 4. It bookends over here. Or at least sit outside and honk. I always get complaints that my phone is off. Well, yeah. What does that tell you, right? My phone is off. Don't sit outside. You don't just show. That's not a sign to show up. Right? Queen of Wands. Again, it's an energy of somebody doing something stupid. It's trouble. It's the trouble aspect. Trouble coming your way. Well, I see it. It bookends over here. But what did I say over here? Pay attention. It's the same kind of thing. Here you are just sitting there. I said, you got to go to your fortress of solitude and think about this. Somebody's making huge changes without calling you first. That's what this is. This is a week where people take crazy town action. Well, maybe they should have just kind of laid back a little bit and stayed cool. Okay? All right. I shudder to think that these energies are a reflection of societal energies because, if you take what I'm saying and flip it out there, it's crazy town. That's nuts. Batten down the hatches. All right. What's going on here? Fortunately, my offline readings come up slightly different than this. So not much. Slightly. Somebody here, trouble coming your way. They're bringing trouble. What kind of trouble? 6 of Swords right there. What's fueling that before I open my mouth? Yeah, they just do it. Somebody thinks it'd be great to come see you. Look, I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. I was pretty close. When I talk about people, my phone's off, so you just show up. Call first. If my phone's off, I'm probably busy. I at least sit outside and honk and see if I come out, or shoot at you, one or the other. Somebody who's just showing up. And they're bringing shit with, I don't know what this is. I think somebody just pops into your feed or shows up at your house or calls. This can play out a lot of different ways. You bump into them somewhere, but it was intentional on their part if you do. It was planned. 5 of Wands. Again, with the 5 of Wands, it was over here. Why is that here? The Emperor. Okay. I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's your runner. I don't know. But somebody thinks you want to see them. And why wouldn't you? Oh, it's the fucking Burger King. Gotta have it their way. It's the narcissist. Somebody thinks you want to see them. And why wouldn't you? That's what they think. Why wouldn't you? I'm not saying you should. I'm saying they're an asshole. Why wouldn't, well, your phone was off, Steve, so I stopped by. I figured you'd want to see me. Really? Okay. Right. I thought that was kind of an indicator of closed for business, but okay. I guess we'll go with your way. Here they are. It might cause a fight when they show up, just like I'm doing right now. I don't know who this is. Could be a friend or family member. You got family out of town that just shows up and thinks you want to see them. I don't know. File a restraining order. I'll tell you what. Close your blinds. Pretend you're not home. That's what you do. Hey, then they feed you the guilt trip. Well, we flew all the way in to see you. Well, I didn't know you were coming. It's a bit of that. I don't know. Causes some kind of fight. This is for a good number of you. I'm harping on it because it's the theme energy of the soulmate cycle. It's the all signs position. I've given you enough examples, so you should catch my drift here. All right? You don't just show up and assume I want to see you. Oh, why? I'm terrific. No, you're not. All right. Okay, here we go. Anyway, I don't know. I doubt it's your runner. Feels more like a family member or a friend. All right. Leo, position 5. I don't like that. Call first. 2 of Swords. It's a peaceful energy. It's a truce. Why can't we be friends? Right? It's that kind of energy. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? It's a truce. Somebody's called a truce this week. Somebody is calling a truce this week in the Leo soap opera. I'll phrase it that way. Is it with you or is it with the toxic situation that they're in the Leo soap opera? Right? I don't know. Well, I get the same energy for that. Universe, whether it's the universe, God, however you want to phrase it, energy, whatever. It doesn't send you anything you can't handle. You've all heard preachers say that a million times. Well, I get the specific energy for the soulmate cycle here for the Leo soap opera because that person's a very old soul. I say older than me in the readings. And it's hard for a lot. It would be hard for a lot of people to read this. You've got to understand this energy to be able to read it. I get it. I got the psychology down. I got everything on this energy. That's why I keep getting it. The universe is trying to help this person bit by bit. I feel like the truce is with the toxin on their side again. I'm sorry, I just do. It's the King of Swords. They're negotiating something. It's my sitting king. He's a great negotiator. They're negotiating something. Problem, okay, I don't know. What's on top? The Ace of Wands. We're getting a lot of that energy. Temporary energy. Right? There's a temporary burst of passion this week. Why is that here? See, I'm right. It's the toxin on their side. It's the stability in their life. They're trying to bring peace and calm to their life. This is saying it's temporary. It'll blow out. It's a temporary new beginning. It'll blow out very quickly. They're, again, making a mistake. And you want proof? Right there. I just flipped it. Just right there. The bridging energy, the Five of Pentacles. That's how it ends. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry I ever made up with them. Now I'm outside. Right? Okay. I don't know how to get through to that energy. I know the universe is trying to help them. I've never seen it try to help somebody so much in my damn life. And I know it's using me as a conduit to do it. I know. It's been doing that to me for a long time, so I know what it feels like. It's impossible to get through to that person. They just keep sticking their hand in the damn meat grinder and thinking some different result's going to happen. It's called a fucking meat grinder. Virgo, position 6. Yeah, but don't yeah, but me. All right. Man. All right. I can only hope the Shazam gives them some clarity and things change next week. All right. That's what I can hope for. Virgo, position 6. Sometimes my wild card. Sometimes you guys show up here. I'm not sure today. 9 of Cups. It bothers somebody attached to you. Yeah, I'll phrase it that way. It bothers somebody attached to you that they like you so much. Now, I know it's a 9 of Cups. I should say you're their dream come true, but that's why you don't want a card reader reading your cards. You want an energy reader reading them. These are just mediums. Unless you can read symbolism real well, then you can stretch it. But at the end of the day, this is a very negative energy. It's somebody who resents the fact that they like you, that you're their wish come true. They wish there was somebody different, But I don't know why. You've got somebody attached to you, and I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. They like you, but they absolutely hate you at the same time. There's this. It's what I said. It's 5 cups. They regret that you're their 9 cups. There's just this energy of, I could have done better around it. And I don't want you to take offense by that. I'm not saying that you're shit. They are. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're full of shit. They couldn't do any better if they tried, is what this energy is saying. They're looking a gift horse in the mouth and not just walking away. They're punching it. Knocking its little horsey buck teeth out, right? 5 cups. I can't believe Steve's viewer in position 6, no matter what sign they are, because Steve isn't an astrologer and it's not their fucking horoscope. I can't believe Steve's viewer in position 6 is my dream person. I feel that they're my dream come true. I could have done so much better. Okay, all right. What's on top? Again, if you doubted me, if you were like, oh, well, he's just picking on cards and, that's a 9 of cups. I know what that means. Do you? Yeah, you sounded like that. Devil, why is that here? Disappointment. Page of Swords. Hello. Page of fucking Swords. It's their own shit. They're just disappointed that you're their 9 cups. They figured out you're a soulmate, and they thought it would be somebody bigger. They thought it would be better. I don't know why. It's their shit. It's their hang-up. Okay? Maybe, I don't know. I have no idea. People are raised all kinds of ways to think all sorts of things and feel all sorts of whatever. Right? It is what it is. Some people are raised that looks are important. Maybe you don't look the way their ideal person in their mind looked, but the feelings match how they feel about that ideal person in their mind. It could be that. This devil could be anything. Either way, the disappointment is their shit. It's not you. All right? I think somebody expresses this. You'll figure out who this is this week by the way they behave around you. The kind of douchey, for lack of a better way to put it. I mean, the person would behave in a douchey way, almost like they resent you. And you might turn to them and go, do you resent me or something? Or, did I do something to you? They really like you. That's all. But for reasons I said here, it is what it is. All right, Libra, position 7. Queen of Pentacles. I don't know. I mean, I do know, but I don't know. Queen of Cups, or King of Cups. Well, it's same difference. It's a King of Cups that reads like a Queen of Cups. What do I mean by that? You and somebody else have a completely different love language, but you work. You work. You may find this week that you do. You may figure that out this week. That, well, even though we got a different love language, it somehow works. It could be a friend. It could be an actual love kind of a thing. I don't know. What's on top? Yeah, the Empress. And why is that here? The 9 of Pentacles. You have a relationship that works because you're independent. You're different. Each person is their own person. That's excellent. I think you figure out this week that that's what makes your connection with whoever this is really cool. You're individuals. Okay? One's the King of Cups, one's the Queen, one's the King of Cups, one's the Queen of Pentacles, one's the Empress. Again, it's a whole, each one is independent of the other. Independence is important for any kind of a long-term relationship, be it a friend or a love or even family. You don't want someone too clingy. You don't want someone that restricts you, right? That independence is important. A relationship of any kind, a relationship, a love relationship, a friendship, a family connection is supposed to elevate you. It's not supposed to put you in a prison cell. All right? So there you go. Very cool. I like that. You figure that out this week, or they do. Roles can be reversed. Could go either way. Scorpio. My hot Scorpios. Position 8. Scorpio position. Something very strange here. Feels strange. 3 of Wands. Something very good is about to happen to you. It's like your ship's coming in energy, but it's something very good is about to happen. An opportunity is about to present itself to you. So far, so good, right? You want me to stop? I can stop there if you like. All right. Well, you asked for it. Here we go. It's crossed by the 10 of Swords. Yeah, but you have to say, it's a catch. You have to say goodbye to something else for that to happen. The opportunity won't even come in. It can't until you say goodbye to something else. Notice I said something. I didn't say someone. I believe because this is 10 swords that it's an idea, a notion that you have about how something works, how the world works, how things work, how you work, how life treats you, whatever. Pick one, okay? And there's probably 1,000 more. Once you release that, your ship comes in. What's on top? The opportunity is there again. The ship's pulling up. But you can't see it as long as you hold on to this notion, whatever it is. What's on top? Yeah, see? You got swords again. You got a notion that's jamming you up. Why is that here? A strength card. This week, not only is the ship there, right? Your ship coming in, the opportunity, but the strength. If you keep your heart chakra open, you'll get the strength to put something to rest, a notion to rest. It feels like a notion to me. That's a thought. That's a way you're looking at things, you know. I don't know. I got a notion I'm always going to have bad luck. I got a notion that nothing's ever, you know, I'm never going to advance beyond this. I got a notion. It's some sort of a negative notion that jams you up and keeps you stuck, right? That's all I'm saying. Okay. Move out of the way because we had ricochet energy yesterday. I wrote it down. Position 9, my Sagittarians. Sometimes separate from the cycle, sometimes part of it. Always fun. 4 of Swords. That's an innocent enough card, isn't it? 4 of Swords. It's a very innocent card. It's peaceful. It's quiet. Thing about it's a void energy. The thing about voids is nature abhors a vacuum. And so something's about to come fill a void in your life. And you might be like, well, Steve, I didn't know I had a void. This is for a good number of you watching. Sagittarius position always is. It's very deep, probably for higher vibrational people only, usually in the Sagittarius. That includes my Sagittarius monthly reading. I don't know what I'm getting, but again, similar to what I said around the Leo position about my energy and the conduit aspect, I'm getting the specific energy for the Sagittarius position because I can handle it. And the universe probably figures, well, we'll give it to Steve. You know, eventually he'll get some viewers for his Sagittarius readings. You know, or maybe the views are low because it's just for high vibrational people, and you know it doesn't attract anybody else. I don't know. Hey, it's not for me to say. I just pull the readings. All right. Then go take an orange walk. 4 Swords. Nature abhors a vacuum. A void's about to get filled. You might be like, Steve, I don't have any voids. Well, it's a void you didn't know you had. Now, the Sun. It's a very positive energy. It's also a yes card. It's the universe saying I'm right. And the environmental energy. I think it's a void you didn't know you have. I think there's a reason I said that. I think. Well, a lot of times what happens in life is we have voids, but we think it's this one. We think, well, I'm missing this in my life. Boy, I'd like to manifest something there. You don't even realize you can't see them. There's a few other ones over here that are maybe even better or at the very least more useful. Okay? It's one of the more useful voids that's getting filled. This Sun implies you haven't seen it before. So it gets lit up this week. All right, by the time you figure out you have a void there, it's about to get filled. All right, what's on top? See? Hidden. What did I tell you? I'm not making this stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not. Okay? Look, it's the High Priestess. It's a hidden energy. I read the energy first and I throw the cards. I do that because it's good training for me in my ridiculous energy reading abilities or whatever the fuck those are. But it's also, it has more impact for you. See, if I pulled this first and then told you it was hidden, it wouldn't really have as much impact as me talking about how you didn't know about it and then I pull that, right? Same thing. That's what I'm talking about. It's right there. Why is the High Priestess here? Temperance. It's about to get filled with something absolutely beautiful, okay? It's very nice. I mean, it's temperance. I don't know what else I can say. It's an angel. All right, you got a guardian angel that's looking out for you. They're about to give you a gift. You're about to get a gift. Another hidden energy. And you want proof? Again, if the High Priestess wasn't enough, here's a hidden energy, bookending, red with, bridging the void energy. You don't know about it. It's hidden. Whatever it is, it's a hidden gem because it's rooted in angel energy. So whatever happens, it's very good. Now, I want you to keep in mind, having said that, so that I don't get any slap back from you. Angels do a lot of good, but sometimes it can look bad at first. See, that's another way people get the angel and the devil mixed up. The devil doesn't want you asking questions, doesn't want you fact-checking, doesn't want you looking into things, doesn't want you doing anything. The devil wants to keep you stupid, basically. All right? Which is why they tend to do the good things up front and then the bad things on the back end. Angels tend to do the opposite. Angels will do something that looks horrible on the front end, on the outset. Oh my God. But then you realize it was for your greater good on the other side of it, on the back side. Okay? So keep that in mind, and keep that in mind for the future going through life as well. That tends to be how the energies play out. Think of the devil as a con artist, right? They're not going to come up and do something and start with it and open with, oh, by the way, I'm a con artist. Here, let me sell you this, right? They're going to go the other way with it. You find out after they've got your money that they're the con artist, right? See what I'm saying? So the angel here, that angel energy, keep in mind, it can play out as something that seems that came out of nowhere. Oh my God, I can't believe that void is getting filled. I wish I never knew that was there, but it turns out in the end it's for your greater good. It turns out to be a good thing, right? Okay. Capricorn, position 10. Where are we at? Ace of Swords. You got communication coming from somebody who needs the sword of truth rammed up their ass. I suspect you're the one wielding it. All right, let's find out. That's just the way I feel that energy, all right? So take it for what it's worth to you. But either way, it's a good thing. It's a very positive thing. It's a void you didn't know about. 9 of Wands crossing that. You got a misunderstanding. It's not surprising in this Mercury retrograde. You got a misunderstanding with somebody. You had a miscommunication. And it created a problem. You need to straighten it out because they're coming at you under the guise of the miscommunication. You get this a lot. Are you not communicating clearly? Or something? I don't know. Maybe it's not you, because the 9 of Wands is in the environmental energy. It's going away, but you may have had, up till now, an energy around you that causes people to hear what they want to hear on crack when it comes to you. People do that anyway. It doesn't matter, for example, on these videos, what I say. Somebody will hear it the way they want to hear it, and they'll get offended by it. You know, doesn't matter. I can say the word is. It'll offend somebody. Well, in my language, that means shit. You know, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I can't account for fucking Zulu or whatever every time I'm out here. I don't know what your language is, okay? I don't know. But I just use the word is. We just use it as, part of a sentence. So perhaps you've got some kind of energy around you where people hear what they want to hear on crack. So you say one thing and they hear something else. You say blue and they hear green, right? These are minor misunderstandings that can lead to bad things, all right? That energy's going away. That's the good news. What's on top? 9 of Swords. Yeah. And why is that here? The 10 of Swords. Yeah. Again, it's all swords. It's Ace of Swords, 9 swords, 10 swords, and it's all fucked up by 9 wands, right? I think somebody likes you, or you like somebody and they think you don't, or vice versa. I don't know. But it's time for you to put somebody's anxiety to rest. And you get an opportunity to do that within this week's energy. Again, I'm not a time lord. Could happen for you a couple of weeks from now. I want to point that out. All right? Could be near future influence. But anytime you get a chance to do that, that's a good thing. You get some good karma for that. If this is an energy around you, I hope it's going away soon. It looks like it is. 9's of the end in tarot usually. Yeah, it's usually representative of that. Okay. Aquarius, position 11. Sometimes my wild card spot here. I don't know. You didn't show up over here too much. And 7 Pentacles. Divine timing. You got about to pay attention to what I said over here. My eye went immediately over here because this guy's on a break, right? He's on a break. He's having a smoke break. But also, you all know if you've been here a while, that's my mechanic angel on his smoke break, right? He's slow, but I'll tell you what, you won't have to take your car back. He catches a lot of shit from his customers because, well, I dropped it off at 8 a.m. and it's still not ready. Do you want it ready by 10 and then you have to bring it back next week and take more time off from work, or do you just want it fixed properly? See, people are in too much of a hurry these days. That means something to what I'm saying here, okay? Keep that in mind. All things come to those who don't give a shit whether they get them or not. True. But also, a little patience will serve you well in this week's energy. All right? This is you guys showing up here, so it's for a vast number of you, which implies this is too. If you're high vibration, the Sagittarius position, my polls on it anyway, are definitely for you. But this is for a good number of you watching. You guys are showing up here. Patience will serve you well. Just like it serves you well in my mechanic's shop. If you can wait a couple of extra hours, you won't have to come back again in a couple of days and take more time off and then have to go back and forth. Blah, blah, blah. People are willing to sacrifice all kinds of things for instant gratification. You know, it's crazy. Got to be careful about that. That's why I call the DMs in this cycle parrots. They're like Flem the parrot. They really are. Flem the parrot could be out having a great time, getting a bath, right? The sprinklers going. But if I get a piece of food that he likes, he will sacrifice that freedom just to get that piece of food, get locked in his cage and eating the food so he doesn't make a mess everywhere. He'll sacrifice it just for that. Afterward, he'll regret it and want to come out. But in the moment, it's all dopamine release. Be careful about that here. A little patience will serve you well. All right? It's crossed by the King of Swords. You're planning. You planned something. If you planned something, could be future influence and you haven't yet. Planning you did or will do will serve you well here. Very well. Okay? Six of Pentacles, abundance. Why is that here? The Four of Wands, a happy new beginning that leads to a new Ten of Pentacles. Okay? Listen to everything I said here. I can't repeat it. I don't know what it is. I don't want to repeat myself again, so it is what it is. It's nice. It's an angel energy. Your planning is important, though. All right? It's the sitting king. A little patience, too. He's very patient as well. Common sense. Let's hope it makes a comeback pretty soon, you know? It's kind of long-sightedness, far-sightedness, long view, extremely important. Long view will serve you well here over short view. I don't say anything or joke about anything that's not part of these readings. Everything I said when I was shuffling for these cards is part of this energy, all right? In theme, anyway. Pisces, position 12, always read with 1 and 5. King of Swords. Ties to what I said here. You got a misunderstanding with somebody. Somebody's making big life changes and they're about to be left out in the cold by you, I think. That's the way the energy flows. Well, it's not that I think you're mean. You're my two fish. You're the Pisces angle. It's beautiful energy. We got a lot. We're in Pisces season, so this is for a good number of you as well. Plus, it's one of the corners. It's red with the overall energy. So, and it's red with 1 and 5. Hell, it's probably tied to number 9 too today. For all I know, there's a lot of tying together here. Christ, I'm getting a headache just looking at it. The energies are crisscrossing like crazy. Why is the King of Swords here? Yeah, the Fool. Somebody coming at you. Somebody's like, I'm ready now. They show up in your pond, right? Okay. Okay. What's on top? The Six of Swords. What did I say? A pond, right? She's in a boat, right? There it is, yeah. Why is that here? The King of Wands. It's the Burger King. Somebody, God, what's the bridge? The Hangman. Somebody is mistaken that you've moved on. You have to tell this person, whoever they are, that you've moved on. They're mistaken. You're about to give somebody some serious ting perspective. Big time. All right, you've moved in another direction. And somebody made changes here in a big, big fucking way. Wow. Unreal. It reminds me of an energy I got the other day. I wrote down the Aquarius one the other day. I think it was one of the options was somebody's making plans, you know, and not big plans that affect you and not telling you about it. That's possible. That's still possible here, you know. It's just if you're patient, things might work out to your advantage. It might seem bad at first, but it ends up being okay, you know. But this person over here just did some major life changes without maybe, I don't know, maybe talking to you first. I don't know, man. Wow. Let's add it all up. So, what does it all mean? Let's see. Let's put that there. Let's go. 3 cards and a bottom card. Add it up. What actions are they going to take? What do we get? Crazy. Always a lot to talk about in these readings. All right, here we go. Student, communication, Page of Pentacles. Somebody's nervous. Center card is what it'll be crossing. Eight of Cups. Somebody who walked away is coming back to talk to you, and they're nervous about it. I don't know. I think they're swallowing their nerves. These are red, center, left, right, but I could still flow it that way if I want to. You know, it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Somebody who walked away is doing a 180 and coming back to talk to you. And they're nervous about it. Okay? For reasons I've explained here in a big way. Either way, this is a big week of communication. And I may put that, there's a real communication theme here, and I may put that in the fucking title of this reading. You know, and it is what it is. It's the truth. It comes out here. And it's a very strongly aspected thing, especially when I see the end of the story here, which is very important. The beginning and the end are very important, and they both talk about communication. Somebody doing something. And, of course, the Leo soap opera person ending up in the same position they always fucking end up in, regretting trying to make things work with toxin. Duh. But whatever. And this person over here showing up without calling because, of course, you'd want to see them. It's all communication on some level. All right? Even with ourselves or themselves. All right, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.